Are you here to learn about Aztec mythology, especially the creepy underworld? Well, you're in the right place. We're gonna learn about the goddess Mictecacihuatl and her realm, Mictlan, because she's freaking amazing. So let's get into it. Let's talk about dying here for a second. Yeah, dying, death. So the Aztec point of view is that death is the reality, and life is but a dream. The dead were cremated, and their souls embarked on a long, arduous journey before reaching their destination. It's super similar to Greek mythology with the god, the river, the dogs. You get what I'm saying. There are 5, quote, houses or mansions of the dead in Aztec mythology where people could end up when they died. I won't go into every single house, not all 5, because we are talking about the goddess of the dead, Mictecacihuatl. Plus, the one she rules over is the one most of us are going to go to anyway. And this is the house that's called Mictlan. If you die of natural causes, you're gonna go here. It doesn't matter if you're good or bad, everybody's equal. You're going to this place. So let's talk about what this looks like. We have 9 levels of, quote, hell. And maybe they're not lying. This is a 4-year journey where your soul and body battle each level to get to the 9th and final place to find peace. Each level is unique, interesting, with various hardships and obstacles. So let me list them off for you in grand detail. Number 1, you have to cross a massive river with the help of a dog. But if you treated dogs like shit, then you are literally stuck here floating for an eternity, surrounded by dogs that hate you. I hate this place. Don't treat dogs like shit. Number 2, you will start to approach this place where hills are actually colliding, just like an arcade game. So don't get squished. Number 3, more hills. But instead, these are ones that are covered in obsidian knives that cut your feet as you cross over them. Number 4, we are now in a place, bitter cold. The snow, the ice, wind, stabbing your skin, and you're left sitting with your saddest moments of life as you're crossing this winter landscape that is not a wonderland. Number 5, now we approach a place where your body floats like a flag. You heard me. Literally, wind will blow you away, and you have hardly any control of your body. Number 6, now you have to dodge invisible arrows being flung at you. I don't know how you're making it. I don't know if I could make it. And we're only on level 6. Let's go to number 7 though. Level 7 is the place where beasts feed on hearts. And yeah, you don't have a choice. Your heart will be eaten. These beasts will offer your heart up to another god to see if you are worthy to move forward. Can you imagine being eaten only to be deemed unworthy after all of that hardship and not move forward? The tragedy. Number 8. All right, imagine your body. It's all torn up. It's heartless. Completely completely worn out. You're swimming through this endless body of water, and you are expected not to drown. The water is so strong that it tears your body and soul apart, leaving the soul to continue forward. You then get to a place where there's a path of fog that blinds you. You can't see. You approach 9 rivers, and finally you get to this place where your mortal rest is awaiting. Hopefully you'll get there and not get lost. Number 9. Hooray! 2 gods await you, Mictecacihuatl, and then we also have her husband, the other underworld guy. His name is Mictlan, both gods of the underworld. Once you pass each task, the gods of the underworld finally deem that your soul has been cleansed and your soul is now worthy of rest. Year 4. Yes. Yeah, I'd be happy about Mictlan too. I don't know about you, but I think I would be scared about the afterlife. I don't know if I could handle all of those things over a course of 4 years. I don't know if I'd even make it. Thank God we have our ancestors to kind of keep us through this whole ordeal. So here's an interesting fact about our god and goddess of the underworld. These guys were created after humans were even created. This was because the 4 primordial gods were like, oh yeah, we need a place for all the dead humans. They were installed as the Lord and Lady of the Underworld and were ready to receive the first souls that died on the newly populated Earth. Another interesting tidbit, many deities in Aztec mythology were born or created in similar male and female pairings like these 2. They share the role of being rulers of the underworld. They don't have specific roles lined up for them. Mictecacihuatl has one of the fastest cult followings in the Western world. That's because she's badass. Mictecacihuatl is usually depicted with an open mouth, jaw agape, so that she may swallow the setting stars. Her body was flayed and her breasts were sagging. In a lot of art, her face looks skeletal. Her husband is almost entirely a skeleton. It's kind of creepy, right? But I like it. You go, girl. Her role is to watch over the bones of the dead and preside over the ancient festivals of the dead. These festivals evolved from Aztec traditions into the modern, wait for it, Dia de los Muertos, after the Spanish tradition. She now presides over the contemporary festival as well, under the name Lady of the Dead. We also have Santa Muerte. It is believed that Mictecacihuatl was born and then sacrificed as an infant. Every year, between October 31st and November 2nd, current participants in Aztec culture in all Latin countries celebrate their versions of the Feast of the Dead. It is Mictlan, the infernal couple who open passage and give permission for the deceased to come visit the land once a year. Think of the Pixar movie Coco. Back in the day, and they might still do this today, they would use red flowers as food coloring in their ceremonial food things. The red flowers are red amaranth from Mexico. The church tried to erase this tradition, but they ultimately failed, obviously. No one wanted to give up all the years to be able to receive one visit a year from dear relatives who had passed away that live now in Mictlan. In this way, the Feast of the Dead was transformed into All Saints' Day, which is, as we know, a Christian holiday. And we know this even further as Dia de los Muertos. We will be talking more about Santa Muerte and Dia de los Muertos, and basically Mictecacihuatl post-Spanish invasion on Dia de los Muertos, of course, of this year, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this awesome video about Mictecacihuatl and the Aztec underworld, because it's some creepy stuff. If you guys are wanting more videos, you gotta check it out over here. There's more peaceful things. We're talking about like Tibetan Buddhism or Egyptian mythology. There's a lot of stuff over here. So check it out. Continue watching. Make sure to subscribe and like, comment down below. If you have any heroines or goddesses you want me to cover, definitely let me know. Next time I see you, we are gonna be talking about the one and only Joan of Arc. So stay tuned.